Hedera. Hedera for me is a very, very, very interesting one because actually I think this is a coin that has the potential to end up having its own ETF. They've got really strong partnerships with governments. The UK government is one. They're also compliant with the global payment standards. And as a result, I think this is one that hits all the criteria to do quite well this bull cycle. And I'm going to talk about where I think this can go. Before I get into it though, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. When I did the videos, I showed myself buying these coins. They were ones I expected were going to make me a lot of money. And all you would have had to do is put in $100 into each of those coins when I released the videos. And you could have sat on those coins for 16 months. In that time, you would have had to do nothing. All you would have had to do at the end of the 16 months, log on and sell them, and your total profit in under a year and a half would have been over 123 grand. Now, we are currently in a bull cycle. You do not have 16 months. You've got to get that portfolio sorted as soon as possible. Otherwise, you're going to watch everyone else making money this year while you don't. If you are someone that is not confident in your portfolio, you're not sure about it, or you don't even have one, now is the time to do something about it. If you go over to copymycrypto.com and have a look at the site, on there you will see what my members have earned. You will read their testimonials, you will see the successes we've had. This is public record, you can verify it on this channel. Copymycrypto.com is where I share the coins that I own. Whenever I buy or sell a crypto, I tell my members what crypto and at what price. So this means members get in and out of coins at the same price as me, so they don't do any work and they make the exact same profit. If that sounds good to you, pause this video now and have a look, because if you're thinking of waiting 4, 5, 6 months to sort your portfolio, it's going to be too late. You're going to have missed a ton of profit. So have a look now before this video cracks on. Now, Hedera. So Hedera have been around for a while, since pretty much 2019. And in the most recent bull cycle, did pretty well. It went from like a 1 cent all the way up to a little over 50 cents. In fact, its all-time high was 57 cents. So that's about 57x, basically. And so Hedera is an enterprise-grade network for the decentralized economy, allowing individuals and businesses to create powerful dApps. It's designed to be a fair and more efficient system that eliminates some of the limitations that older blockchain-based platforms have. They were funded through an ICO back in 2018. And as part of the ICO, investors were able to purchase the platform's token at the lowest possible price. Obviously, we know how ICOs work. Anyone that was an early investor have done very, very well. The token HBAR fuels all the Hedera services like smart contracts, file storage, and normal transactions. It also helps to secure the network by staking the token. And what's intriguing about Hedera from a CBDC standpoint. Now, I've said it so many times, I'm really not a fan of CBDCs. The concept of them is terrible. They're only going to be a bad thing for society. I'm not going to go on a rant about that. If you don't know about CBDCs and what the risks are, look it up. Inform yourself, because no one should be encouraging a CBDC. But anyway, they are coming, unfortunately. And you need infrastructure to run a CBDC. Hedera have exceptional infrastructure. They have a DLT, so everything is recorded. It is one of the perfect networks for a CBDC, along with XRP and Stellar and a couple others. But there's only actually 9 cryptocurrencies right now that hit and meet the global standard for payments. So they're really the only ones that can run a CBDC. And Hedera have very, very close ties with governments. Hedera were working with the British government when doing tracking for medicines during the dreaded 2019-2020 years. And that kind of close connection gives them a real good footing for possibly running the CBDC for, say, the UK if we're going to have one. Now, I will say this: the UK government are historically a lot slower than any other government worldwide to introduce stuff. We will not see. You saw like the legalization of marijuana in America. in the UK, it's classified as a Class B substance. Like, it's still very illegal. It's ridiculous. Like, they're ridiculously slow on sort of modernizing their perspectives on anything. So I don't expect them to launch CBDC, but I do expect Europe and America to be some of the front runners to do that. And when that happens, you know, Hedera's in the conversation. Hedera's in the conversation. And if they run the infrastructure for a country, which is what a CBDC would be, you know, they're effectively processing trillions of dollars of transactions, trillions of pounds, trillions of euros, you know, all the time. Their net worth of Hedera would go through the roof. Now, in terms of a business or an enterprise sense, I don't see enterprise or business wanting to use Hedera. It's not for any other reason than because it's a DLT. So every transaction is recorded. A business doesn't want to be showing all the transactions that happen because their competition can see it. If you're Nike and you're releasing a kick-ass pair of trainers that's selling like wild, you don't want Adidas or any of the other brands seeing that, because they'll release their own version that's competition. So I struggle to see how we're going to see like businesses jump onto something like Hedera, because I think that without that privacy element, I think there's a problem. However, what I will say about Hedera is they're fantastic. Like, it is fantastic. They're doing 161 million transactions in the last 24 hours. That's ridiculous. Average cost is 1/100th of a cent. It is ridiculously strong. And the reality is they do have solid connections. Australian Payments Plus, you've got Google, you've got Hitachi, IBM, LG, University College London. You know, it's one of the best universities in the world. This is very strong. And then you've got the Hedera code base and ecosystem standards that have been contributed to by, like, again, LG. You know, you've got big companies that are sort of working in some form. Whether or not they're using the network's a different matter, but they are working together. I just don't see a world where this doesn't rally. The real question is how much can it go? Because look, the reality is markets, you know, it's not going to get listed on some exchange that's going to give it a big pump. It's everywhere. So I think realistically, the biggest thing that's going to push Hedera forward is going to be based on what kind of partnerships and growth what kind of partnerships they have. I don't think they need to do any sort of significant marketing campaign. I think it's going to depend on do they start working with more governments? Do they start working with massive corporations? You know, that's possible. They've obviously got some connection with some big names. If they land an enormous company, or they land a partnership with another government, with another institution, or they land a CBDC, this is going to pump. It doesn't need to land a CBDC to pump either. Just a few good connections should be enough. Its all-time high is 57 cents. I can see a world where Hedera is hitting $1. Actually, when you look at the actual network, it's outstanding. It's so fast. It's so cheap. There is a very good reason why Solana has been doing so well, and that's part of the fact that it's so fast, so cheap. Hedera is competition in that regard. And if they grow on the crypto side as well, a little more with really, you know, if maybe we see a meme revolution on Hedera, or maybe we just see huge growth in that DeFi realm or the gaming realm, we could see Hedera do really well. Otherwise, I think just a couple big partnerships, a government, a big company, will be enough to kick Hedera on. Hedera is recognized as one of the strongest projects in the space for a reason. And I think $1 is achievable. I don't think it's unlikely necessarily, because I do think you have to see a big partnership land. But $1, if we see one of those partnerships, is very, very doable. CBDC, this could hit $10. That's the reality. Like, if they land a CBDC of Europe or America, this would hit $10, $20. This would go through the roof. But That's just keeping an eye out. If you see an announcement, you're going to see Hedera pump at least 100, 200% off the back of that news, bare minimum. But let me know what you guys think about Hedera in the comments down below. If you use Hedera, why do you use it? What do you like about Hedera? Say that in the comments, guys. And we are in a bull cycle. If you do not have a portfolio you're confident with, if you're unsure about it, if you're uncertain about it, or if you have no portfolio at all, now is the time to do something about it. We are in a bull cycle. If you're looking to wait 4 or 5 months, it's going to be too late. You're going to watch a ton of people make loads of money while you're sitting on the side doing nothing. Don't be one of those people. Get onto copymycrypto.com. Have a look at what my members have earned. Have a look at the successes we've had. Read the testimonials. Watch the videos. You'll see on there, what you can make. And it's simply where I share the coins that I own, and whenever I add to my portfolio, I tell my members what coin I'm adding and at what price. Whenever I sell, I tell my members what coin I'm selling and at what price. So there's no work for my members. They make the exact same profit as me. And it is as simple as that, guys. And if that sounds nice to you, making crypto simple, have a look at the site, read through it all. Because you do not want to be sitting on the sidelines while everyone's making money. And that's it from me. Have a good day. Bye-bye.